Get ready to experience the electrifying talent of the one and only king of pop, Michael Jackson. From his chart-topping hits with the Jackson 5 to his legendary solo career, MJ revolutionized the music industry with his unique voice, iconic dance moves, and game-changing music videos. Thriller, Bad, and Off the Wall are just a few of the albums that have solidified his place in music history. So sit back and get ready to be blown away by the pop icon who continues to captivate audiences around the world. Who was Michael Jackson? From his humble beginnings as the lead singer of the beloved Jackson 5 to his skyrocket to superstardom as a solo artist, MJ captivated audiences around the world. With his electrifying voice, innovative dance moves, and unforgettable chart-topping hits. From Off the Wall to Thriller to Bad, Jackson's music continues to thrill fans to this day. Despite personal struggles and controversies, Jackson's influence on the music industry and pop culture is undeniable. He died in 2009 at age 50 of a drug overdose, just before launching a comeback tour. Early life and family. Born on August 29, 1958 in Gary, Indiana, Michael Joseph Jackson was destined for greatness from a young age. Jackson's mother, Katherine Jackson, was a homemaker and devout Jehovah's Witness, encouraged by his father, Joseph Jackson, who was a former guitarist turned crane operator. Jackson's music career took flight at the tender age of 5. Despite his father's strict and at times violent approach to training, Jackson and his brothers found success as the legendary group the Jackson 5. Jackson was one of 10 children. 9 Jackson siblings, including Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, LaToya, Marlon, Randy, and Janet, all made marks in the music industry. The Jackson 5. With a father who was convinced of his son's musical prowess, the Jackson 5 was born in the early 1960s. Young Michael, just 5 years old, quickly stole the spotlight as the group's lead vocalist, stunning audiences with his powerful voice and emotional depth. Despite his age, he had an unmatched ability to connect with listeners and bring their feelings to life. Alongside his older brothers Tito, Jermaine, Jackie, and Marlon, the Jackson 5 became a musical force to be reckoned with, leaving an indelible mark on the music industry and earning their place in history as one of the greatest acts of all time. The Jackson 5 were relentless in their pursuit of musical greatness, taking local stages by storm and amassing a dedicated fan base. Despite a small setback with their debut single Big Boy, they continued to perform with R&B heavyweights like Gladys Knight, James Brown, and Sam and Dave. It was only a matter of time before Motown founder Berry Gordy caught wind of their talent, snatching them up for his iconic label in 1969. The rest, as they say, is history, as the Jackson 5 became superstars and legends in their own right. The Jackson 5 embarked on a new adventure, relocating to the city of stars, Los Angeles, and cozying up with Motown bigwig Berry Gordy and Supreme icon Diana Ross. In August 1969, they made a stunning entrance into the music industry, leaving a lasting impression at the star-studded debut event. Their first album, Diana Ross Presents the Jackson 5, was a hit from the moment it hit the shelves, with lead singles I Want You Back soaring to the top of the charts. The Jackson 5's streak of chart-topping hits only continued, securing their place as some of the greatest musicians of all time. Did you know the Jackson 5 was so popular, they had their own cartoon show? Yeah, that's right. Their fame reached new heights with their animated TV show The Jackson 5, airing from 1971 to 1972. And while they were slaying the charts, did you know Michael was also setting out on his solo journey? But wait, there's more. As the Jacksons continued to dominate the music scene, whispers of tension with Motown over creative control started to surface. So, did the legendary group stick it out with the label? Spoiler alert, the answer is no. The Jacksons officially broke away in 1976, with one sibling choosing to stay behind and pursue a solo career. Can you guess who it was? Jermaine. The Jacksons were just getting started. With their newfound creative control, they unleashed their full potential with the Destiny album in 1978, and Michael's solo hit album Off the Wall only fueled their success. Triumph, their 1980 album, was a blockbuster, selling 1 million copies and leading to a massive tour. But before the curtain call, Michael joined forces with his brothers for one last tour in support of Victory, and it was a sensation, including an unforgettable duet with Mick Jagger on State of Shock. Are you ready to join the party? Songs and albums. Got to Be There, 1971. At the age of 13, Jackson launched a solo career in addition to his work with the Jackson 5, making the charts in 1971 with Got to Be There from the album of the same name. Ben, 1972. Jackson's 1972 album Ben featured the eponymous ballad about a rat. The song became Jackson's first solo #1 single. Music and Me, 1973. Jackson's third solo album, Music and Me, was his least successful. Forever Michael, 1975. This fourth solo album for Jackson was his last with Motown Records. Off the Wall, 1979. An infectious blend of pop and funk, Jackson wowed the musical world with the 1979's Off the Wall, which featured the Grammy Award-winning single Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, along with such hits as Rock With You, She's Out of My Life, and the title track. Thriller, 1982. Thriller, Jackson's sixth solo album, made history as the best-selling album of all time, with 7 chart-topping hits. The album dominated the charts for an impressive 80 weeks, spending 37 of those at the top spot. Not only did Thriller break records in sales, but it also received a whopping 12 Grammy Award nominations, and Jackson took home 8 of those awards. He was recognized for his songwriting skills with a Grammy for Billie Jean, and also won for his performance on Thriller and Beat It. Together with co-producer Quincy Jones, Jackson was honored with the prestigious Album of the Year award. As Jackson continued to conquer the music world, he teamed up with legendary Beatle Paul McCartney for the chart-topping duet The Girl Is Mine. The accompanying music video for Thriller, directed by John Landis and featuring Michael's mesmerizing dance moves, was nothing short of a masterpiece, taking the world by storm and propelling sales of the already wildly popular album. On a landmark Motown TV special, Jackson mesmerized audiences with his signature moonwalk dance move during a performance of the #1 hit Billie Jean.
You're loving what I do. I put a Pepsi in the motion, but that choice is up to you.
The king of pop was a true force to be reckoned with, not only as a musician, but also as a visionary choreographer, as he expertly crafted the iconic dance sequences in the video for Beat It. Bad, 1987. Jackson's album Bad from 1987 released as a follow-up to Thriller, reaching the top of the charts with a record 5 #1 hits, including Man in the Mirror, The Way You Make Me Feel, and the title track, which was supported by a video directed by Martin Scorsese. Jackson spent more than a year on the road, playing concerts to promote the album. While highly successful, Bad was unable to duplicate the phenomenal sales of Thriller. History, Past, Present, and Future Book 1. Did the King of Pop's musical reign begin to unravel with the release of History, Past, Present, and Future Book 1? Despite the inclusion of some of his timeless hits and 2 successful tracks, You Are Not Alone and the sizzling sibling duet Scream, the album received a tepid response. The groundbreaking music video for Scream, which boasted a $7 million budget and out-of-this-world spaceship themes, snagged a Grammy for its stunning special effects. But Jackson also faced backlash for the controversial lyrics in They Don't Care About Us, which sparked criticism for its use of anti-Semitic language. Despite the controversy, Jackson's music continued to captivate audiences around the world. Throughout his career, he released numerous chart-topping albums, cementing his status as one of the most influential artists of all time. Wives and Kids. In 1994, Jackson made headlines with his surprise marriage to Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of legendary rock star Elvis Presley. The couple made a joint appearance in a TV interview with Diane Sawyer, but their union was short-lived and ended in divorce just 2 years later. Some speculations arose that the marriage was merely a publicity stunt aimed at restoring Jackson's image amidst child molestation allegations. Following his divorce from Lisa Marie Presley, Michael Jackson tied the knot with nurse Debbie Rowe in 1996. Despite having 2 children together, Paris and Prince via artificial insemination, their marriage was short-lived, and they parted ways in 1999. Michael was awarded full custody of their children and later welcomed a 3rd child, Blanket, via an undisclosed surrogate. Neverland Ranch. In the 1980s, Michael created a wondrous escape from the limelight at Neverland Ranch, a sprawling 2,700-acre property in Southern California. The ranch was designed for a shy performer who sought solitude, featured amusement park rides and exotic pets like Bubbles the chimpanzee.
As an official guest of the city, and the first time for the history of the city of Wisconsin.
And was occasionally opened up for children's events. The 6-bedroom main house, complete with a pool, 3 guest homes, and a picturesque 4-acre lake, was the epitome of opulence. Although the property was listed for sale for $100 million in 2015, it was eventually sold to billionaire Ron Burkle for $22 million in December 2020. Plastic surgery and vitiligo. In 1984, Jackson faced a life-altering moment while filming a Pepsi commercial. But how did he get burnt? And what impact did it have on his career? With his popularity at an all-time high, Jackson had signed a whopping $5 million endorsement deal with PepsiCo the year before. After the incident, he underwent surgery to repair the burns on his face and scalp, igniting speculation that he had also began dabbling in plastic surgery. As the years went by, his appearance changed significantly, with his nose becoming notably different. Could this be the result of his experimentation with plastic surgery? Amidst the late 80s, speculation spread like wildfire that Jackson was altering his skin tone to look more white and using a life-extending chamber while sleeping. But in 1993, Jackson agreed to a highly sought-after TV interview with Oprah Winfrey to dispel these rumors. During the interview, Jackson revealed that his skin condition, vitiligo, was responsible for the change in color tone. He also candidly opened up about the abuse he endured from his father. Child molestation allegations. In 1993, a shocking revelation shook the music world when a 13-year-old boy claimed that Michael Jackson had molested him. Despite Jackson's reputation of hosting sleepovers with boys at his Neverland Ranch, this was the first time a public accusation of wrongdoing was made. Authorities searched the ranch, yet found no proof to support the claim. However, the following year, Jackson reached a private settlement with the boy's family. Despite facing more allegations, Jackson never wavered in his declaration of innocence. Career decline. As the new millennium approached, Jackson's quirks were becoming a source of fascination for the media. He often stepped out in public wearing a surgical mask, a sign of his growing discomfort with the spotlight. In 2002, Jackson faced criticism for dangling his baby over a balcony and appearing disorientated at the MTV Video Music Awards. He explained the balcony incident was out of innocence due to fan chants. In the aftermath of his 2005 trial for child molestation, Jackson's reputation was effectively destroyed and his finances were in shambles. Death. On June 25, 2009, Jackson died at the age of 50 from an overdose of a sedative propofol. An official coroner's report revealed the cause of death was acute propofol intoxication. Jackson's physician, Dr. Conrad Murphy, who had been administering the drug to help Jackson sleep, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 4 years in prison. That concludes our chat about the king of pop, Michael Jackson. From his musical genius and iconic moves to his private struggles and controversies, Michael's legacy will live on forever. I hope you got some value out of this biography. If so, make sure to drop a like and see you in the next video.